Meow?
Alright, hello YouTubers and random people of the internet, it is me, Ozzy, and today I should be looking at my 1970s Doctor Who customs. I thought there'd be more here than there is, but to be honest, there are at least quite a lot of 70s figures, so I didn't really have the urge to make a lot of customs. Now, it's worth mentioning my Destiny of Daleks customs. There is a separate video for those, so go check that out on my channel. But for now, let's have a look at what we have in front of us. We'll start off with the Daleks. Alright, so we have Day of the Daleks Supreme first. Ooh, I don't know why his eye has gone so limp. That's quite strange, but I guess it is what it is. Professional YouTuber right here. So we'll start off with the eye. I painted this bit a slightly lighter blue to further match it on the episode. The neck rings have been painted gold. I think in future I'd dry brush the gold on top instead of doing a solid colour because it just looks a bit too vibrant. The ball joint has been painted silver on the plunger. It's rubbed off a little bit, as you can see. And the finishing touch, which I've never seen anybody do, is a bin liner on the bottom, because on the 70s props they actually used bin liners for the bottom of the Daleks, so I just thought that would be quite funny if I were to put one on mine, and I did. So it actually looks more like a 70s Dalek with a bin liner. And I've also painted the rim of the base gold as well. I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, quite a fun little custom with a lot of history to it. As you know, character options made an inaccurate version which more resembled this one with the black mesh around here. So while we're on that, this is, I think it's the same prop. I don't know, I could be, no, I'm probably wrong about that. There was a gold Dalek with black slats which stood in a promotional picture with Tom Baker. Yeah, very, very basic, but I think as a colour scheme it really works. It's on display with my Death Daleks, and I think that it makes quite a good leader for the Death drones. I think it just kind of matches them, so there's that. And lastly, for the Daleks, we have the metallic grey planet drone, done in an entirely metallic spray paint with black hemispheres. My granddad actually made this custom, so I can't really claim credit. The only thing I did was replace the headlights and the eye stalk, but it works a hell of a lot better than the crappy one we got from character, which was not the right colour. But then again, it did resemble one of the Daleks seen in Planet. The rest of them were metallic grey. But it would be nice for character to actually make a metallic one, but then again it'll be a cost thing because metallic paint is more expensive. But it is what it is, I guess. No bin liner on this guy though, I'm afraid. Alright, so next up we have a Time Lord from insert story here, because it's literally just a generic Time Lord. It's a Series 3 Time Lord repainted in classic style colours. I mean, I don't really know whether that's true or not because I made this so long ago. I took it apart, I sprayed the underbody gold, the headpiece gold, and the jacket, or whatever you want to call it, the robes, brown, just to fit more in line with the classic kind of Time Lord thing. Now the headpiece, I spray painted gold, but over time like the gold faded away, and I think it kind of works. It gives it this like metallic, well, worn down metal look. I don't know if the camera really picks it up, but the head's exactly the same. I probably should have repainted the skull cap, but this is a custom from years ago. So next up we have an Ice Lord, which is a 11th Doctor Crash figure with bits sculpted on and painted dark green and darker green. I'm still proud of like maybe like the legs, the belt, the body looks okay, gloves look kind of crappy, that bit looks alright, but then you move on to the head, which pretty awful. This is one of those instances where you sculpt with milliput, and because milliput dries, you don't have time to rework it, which is pretty annoying. Which is why I usually just sculpt things in clay now and make a silicone mold and cast them out of resin. Maybe I should replace the head on this. It's got a very hairy head. Look at all those hairs. A black cape made from felt. From the front it doesn't look too bad. I don't know, it looks okay. The body's alright. But then you move to the head and it just kind of just falls apart really. And lastly we finally have a good custom. A Harry Sullivan from I don't know, I don't really think it's episode specific. This is why you shouldn't paint PVC with acrylic, because it gets sticky and all the hairs go on it. Right, as I was saying, better than the other ones, painted in a dark blue Dalek hybrid jacket, Nick Cutter arms, Harry Sullivan legs. So over here I've done an open shirt, so I literally just painted the shirt onto the lapels of the jacket, and that's meant to be his neck scarf, and I think it works pretty well. I don't really think the camera does this one much justice. I think it actually looks much better in person. The open shirt continues around the back. Yeah, I think it's pretty decent. So thank you for watching this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one.